Truthfully, you've been a little clingy.
Clingy?
First, we had the Megan Fox debacle, and now Jimmy is calling Chelsea clingy.
He is.
Are you f***ing kidding me? You mean you're calling me clingy? That was f***ing rude.
We're here to talk about Love is Blind Season 6, episodes 7 through 9. I'm Keisha.
I'm Claire.
And we gotta start with our favorite couple, Jimmy and Chelsea, because like the tilt-a-whirl, they're going round and around and around on the same fight.
Clingy? Clingy? Clingy?
I think Chelsea is a little bit clingy.
That was f***ing rude.
Chelsea is just constantly bringing up her own insecurities and constantly asking if he likes her enough.
You gave me this.
I know I did. I do love you.
I want to feel it, and I don't really feel it right now.
If she has some kind of sense that he's not into her, I think she should trust that instead of just bringing up the same thing over and over. You either have to decide you're going to believe what he's saying or walk away. She keeps bringing up the same thing. It's annoying.
Today and yesterday, I didn't really feel any love from you.
She was talking to her girls and she's like, yeah, he hasn't been affectionate at all. And then she brought it up with Jimmy.
You didn't kiss me one time today.
I did kiss you today, though.
This morning?
I kissed you when you were in the bathroom getting ready.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
How do you not know that someone has kissed you?
It kind of just feels like there's nothing he could do to make her feel secure in this relationship.
You didn't kiss me once today.
I did.
You never tell me you love
Kissed
me.
you twice.
Let's talk about him saying, you wanted me to have sex and now I'm not sure I want that anymore.
You're the one that wanted to have sex.
Yeah, I
also
did.
Maybe wanted a little breather from that, too.
Oh my
What?
God.
What?
You're saying you want me to give you more love and affection, and I feel like you're giving me too much.
So yeah, I get that she's clingy, but also I feel like Jimmy on some level does not like her, on a subconscious level at least.
Yeah.
He's not really into her.
Yeah, and I think she knows that, and I think she is onto something. But then she needs to take control and be like, this isn't working for me because I don't feel secure in this relationship. He's not gonna like you, dude. If you feel like he doesn't like you, he doesn't like you.
Should have been Trevor. It should have been
Should
Trevor.
have been Trevor.
We're on the same page, boo-boo.
Oh, well, weird.
Maybe it will be Trevor. Maybe Trevor will stand up during their ceremony and say, I object.
You started causing these problems and digging for the second you saw Jess's picture.
It's obvious that Chelsea is better suited for Trevor. Meanwhile, I really feel like Jimmy is still into Jessica. What do you think?
I mean, doy doy doy. When Jessica and Laura met up at that bar, some sinister details were revealed.
Whenever you guys got back, the day after, he sends me a friend request. 8 hours go by, and I go back and check, and he withdrew the friend request and then put his profile on private.
You can't take back a friend request.
That was f***ing rude.
That is so cringe, and that means he is thinking about her in a sexual way.
Ooh, he must be thinking about me.
Apparently, Jessica looks like a Kardashian, according to the other Love is Blind contestants.
He showed me her Instagram and basically was like, she looks like a Kardashian.
Which team are you on? Kardashian, Fox? Who are you going for?
Listen, we've got a bootleg Kardashian and we've got a bootleg Megan Fox. I think Jimmy needs to pick the Kardashian in this instance. I always pick the Kardashians personally. Love them. Live, laugh, love. And I think Jimmy should too.
All of his exes look like me.
He obviously is into her. Just do
And
it.
it's not a big deal because you dated all these people and you fell in love with them in the pods. So you just say, oh, sorry, I f***ed up and I want to go with that other girl. Like, it's not that big of a deal.
You left at 10:45 and we're out till 5 something in the f***ing morning.
Okay, now let's get into Laura and Jeramey because episode 9 ended on an explosive cliffhanger.
You hung back with Sarah Ann and was talking till 5 a.m.
Yes.
What would you be doing if you met up with someone you had feelings for and y'all were in allegedly a parking lot until 5 a.m.?
If I was in a parking lot until 5 a.m. with Jeramey, the love of my life, we would be kissing until 5 a.m. for 5 hours. Probably more, okay? We'd be bean dipping each other.
Not the bean dip.
There's no way on God's green earth that they didn't even touch each other once.
I'm guessing the A in Jeremy's name stands for audacity because what even was that?
As an extra layer of reassurance, like I shared my location with you.
And then Laura went and checked the GPS for the location he said he was at, and guess what?
You weren't at the parking lot of Lost and Found.
He was in the vicinity of her home.
You were north of Uptown, which is where Sarah Ann lives.
He's a gaslighter. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Dixie Chicks wrote that song about him because this
Seriously.
man is full on, full canteen of gasoline, just letting it burn. Because why? What are you doing, Jeramey? I don't believe him. I don't believe that nothing happened.
No, because you were adamant that you were telling the truth, that you never left that parking lot. But it's confirmed now that you did leave that parking lot. So why would you lie about that if you didn't hook up?
I feel so happy.
That is
All right, let's get into Kenneth and Brittany. Now, these two had been pretty much two peas in a pod, but now in the real world, they're not exactly on the same page. What do you think happened there?
Okay, this was just the most uneventful relationship and, frankly, interesting breakup.
What I'm hearing from you in this moment is the caliber of a man that you are is what I need. These things about you are what I need, but I don't feel X, Y, Z for you.
I watched this scene twice. The first time, I thought it was just a conversation, and then Kenneth just ended it.
That's the thing, and that's not enough for us to get married.
The second time, I thought Brittany was bringing up concerns that could not be fixed, so Kenneth gracefully helped her end the relationship because she couldn't seem to get there on her own.
This is not going to work.
But I'm also wondering, Kenneth was on his phone the whole time. He even went on his phone right after they broke up, and it was just cracking me up. He's just scrolling, and he's like, "You good? Let's hug it out."
Are you a CIA agent? Like, why are you on your phone that much?
I'm excited to have my phone back.
That's why I disagree with the idea that this was Brittany's fault. I feel like, if anything, Kenneth, maybe he realized he wasn't physically attracted to her and just completely checked out of the relationship.
Do you have a preference on left or right?
How do you bond with someone who's just a wall?
Yeah, and I think that led, because she was saying, "I don't feel like a crave for you," which, does she mean like sexual desire? I don't know. Are they too Christian to say that?
I feel like that crave between you and I is like the missing piece.
And then in that last conversation, he was like, "Well, that's a you problem."
If you don't have a crave for me or us, that's true and that's you.
But it's kind of like a both of you problem, Kenneth, because you're just sitting there on your phone. Like, you're not making her want you.
Yeah, and also, side note, crave. Why that word? Why that
That's what I'm
specific
saying.
word? Are we in Twilight? Are we?
Yeah. She wanted to take a bite out of Kenneth in the pods.
Well, it's better than a bean dip.
I could just tell. Johnny and Amy are already knocking boots for sure.
We're taking it slow.
You're taking it slow.
We're taking it slow.
Okay.
Let's talk Amy and Johnny. The main conflict between them is birth control. But it's really bothering me because they keep talking about either getting a vasectomy or going on the pill.
I don't know if I want to get on birth control just yet. I know I mentioned a vasectomy.
I know.
There's like 1,000 birth control options.
Babe, there are pills for guys. There's an IUD. Like, honey, you have options. You don't just have
They're
to take a pill. Talk to your doctor. Go to your doctor.
I feel like Johnny's really scared. I don't know. I feel like using protection, like, that's not enough for him.
Condoms are not 100%.
Yeah.
There is always a chance. And you have to be prepared for that. This is just gonna have to be a PSA because condoms should not be your only form of birth control.
Get
always
an
have a backup.
IUD.
To me, the concept of one girl, I'm always having the fear of like, can I just be with one person?
Okay, let's get into AD and Clay. My thoughts on Clay have changed, a full 180. Not sure if I'm Team Clay anymore. When they had that conversation when Clay is telling AD his only role models in life are people who have cheated on their wives or on their girlfriends.
The Will Smiths, all the celebrities, like the Diddy's and stuff like that. Those are black men that I like to look at. And it's like you always hear they have other women.
Girl, I'm exhausted watching them, so I know AD is exhausted because this man is dumping more baggage on her than JFK.
I know how much this means to you and all that stuff, and I want to be that guy, and I'm like trying my hardest. It's just, sometimes I get in my head,
What just happened?
I get that he wants to better himself, but at the same time, he is making her go through so much emotional labor. This idea of, I don't trust myself not to cheat. These are my only examples. Baby, just go to therapy at this point.
Right.
And stop relying on your wife to support you and uplift you. Meanwhile, you're not reciprocating. I'm frustrated on AD's behalf because she has been so understanding. She has compromised. She has just been his shoulder to lean on, and he's not been able to lift her up.
Right.
When she called him out and said, hey, the work is not the problem, it's the fact that you don't make time for me, and he turns that into an argument, he's not on her side, he's being defensive.
Work is not the problem. Work has never been the problem, ever.
So what's the problem?
Oh.
Sorry.
Whoa. It's just
I'm gonna have a sip. Sorry.
And I feel like he brought up the cheating thing because, hey, I'm bringing this up. I'm aware of it just so you know in case it happens. No, don't let it happen. Like, don't cheat on AD. What do you mean?
No, at this point, he's not in the right place for a relationship, and AD deserves someone who is emotionally available for her and will be her partner, not someone that she has to constantly babysit and coddle. Yeah, I just hope that either he learns how to take care of himself emotionally so that he can be there for his fiance, or they just break up, because this is not a good situation.